Hello and welcome to my practice. My name is Evelyn. I am a yoga instructor here at the JCA and I'm guiding you through a Vinyasa flow practice. Thank you so much for practicing with me, and we start the practice today in child pose unless it's absolutely not comfortable for you. But there's a lot of options throughout the practice, but right away in the first shape we can keep the knees together, heels together, maybe just the big toes together and opening the knees a little wider, that give a little more space for the hips, and just going down, bringing the forehead on the ground. Then maybe the forehead can be on a block, and that's always handy to have always great to have a block handy close to the mat. And just use a few moments here to settle down. And today practice, I want us maybe to focus a little bit more on one of the 5 elements, the space. The space where the practice, yoga practice happens, the space where our physical body is. All the changes and everything around us just flux in space. Space between the breath, the inhalations and exhalations. Space between the cells, and we can explore to increase that space inside, maybe between 2 thoughts. All the changes happens in the space if we allow us to explore that change, to shift away from old conditionings, past conditionings. So that's maybe the intention of this practice, to explore and right away shift your focus to the breath. Breathing in the nose, breathe in back to the tailbone, and exhale, let all go. Everything that you're holding on to give space for new explorations. Breathe in. Relax any compressions. Gentleness as you transition between inhale and exhale. Relax the shoulder blades on your back. Notice the groundedness, notice how you connect it to the earth. Relax the top of the shoulders, relax the tailbone. Start drawing the belly in just to create stability in your center. Stabilizing the hips, and then press all 10 fingertips down. Maybe lifting the head up and just place the shoulder blades down flat on your back. And as you breathe in, you stretch the tailbone away from the fingertips. Stabilize the hips and start to walk your hands to the right, keeping the left hip down. And maybe you can place the left hand on top of the right hand, interlacing the fingers, and feel that stretch on the left side as you take a spacious breath into your left side, the left rib cage, elongating, increasing space. And then walk the fingertips through the center to the left, interlacing the left fingers with the right hand on top of the left hand. Release down the right hip. Relax the left and right shoulder blades and stretch the right side. Breathe into your right side. Slowly move the hands back to the center. Press down the fingertips. Spacious breath. Allow space between the thoughts. Just to notice the feelings, the sensations, what the body gives you. All the information. Allow it to come to your conscious mind. And then press the hands down, bring it under the shoulder, lift up the tailbone and shift, transition to tabletop. Move side to side the hips. Release any compression, any tightness, any holding. Try to keep the breath steadily flowing in a space. And then just gently, few cat and cows. In a cat, notice that you create space in a back. As you draw down the shoulders, wrap the shoulders around the chest, draw down the tailbone. Lift the lower belly, press it into the spine, close the bottom of the rib cage, bring the chin to your chest, widening and lengthening the back. Keep drawing the belly in as you shift and transition to the cow, bringing the chest forward, the chin up. Loop down the shoulder blades on the back and lift the tailbone up. Gently drop the belly down in just a few more times. Spacious breaths in between. Flow freely between the front body and the back body openings. Pressing the hands down and the knees down. Lifting the pelvic floor and lifting the lower belly, activating Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha. And if your mind shifted away, then bring it back to the present. So giving space for new explorations, new findings, new stretches. And then come to a flat back here. Drawing the belly in. Pressing the top of the feet down and lift the knee up. Keep drawing the belly in. Lowering back down. Mindfully moving. Follow that movement. Press the hand down. Draw the belly in. Press the feet down and bring the knee up. And slowly moving back down. Take a deep inhale, open the chest and lift the tailbone in cow. Transition to a cat, draw the belly in, press the hand down, press the feet down and come up to downward facing dog in a way that you may be just on your toes. Keep rounding the back and then shifting back down on your knees, transition to a cow. Flow through to a cat, squeeze the belly in, press the hands down, float up to downward facing dog just on your toes, floating back down. Open the front body, open the back, draw the belly in, chin down, keep the back rounded, downward facing dog. One last time, coming back down, open the front body in tabletop. Opening the back, more drawing the belly in and just take a mental picture how you round your back and from there come to downward facing dog and just come on your feet, on your heels. Sway the hips side to side. Loop down the shoulder blades on the back to create space between your ears and your shoulders. Just allow the body to create space with the breath. Releasing holdings, exploring the stretches, Feel your hamstring stretching, lengthening, more space between the cells here. Breathe into your joints. And of course, you're not breathing into these body parts, but you just visualize it, and that visualization really helps to open space. Nice, take a deep inhale here. Find stillness in your downward facing dog, and with an exhale, draw the belly more in, close the bottom of the rib cage and breathe into the chest. Exhale, settle in your dog, relax your face. Inhale, right leg lifting up. Bending the knee, lowering the heel, lifting the right knee up. Keep the right shoulder down. Keep drawing the lower belly in, closing the rib cage. Inhale again to three-legged dog. Feel the toes reaching up, the belly is in, and you're lifting the leg away from the hip. Pull your belly in, close the rib cage, coming a little bit forward, bringing the right knee to the right elbow, and then place the feet to the outside of the right hand. A little more space between the hips this time. Draw the tailbone down, draw the belly in. Close the ribs and loop down the shoulder blade on your back. Feel the stretch, the space in the left hip. Lifting the pelvic floor, activating the lower belly. Keep the left hand down and just open the right arm, the right rib cage. Keeping active the lower belly. Pull it in, press it in, just to stabilize the lower back. And feel the stretch, the lengthening, the space between the two hands. Spacious breath. Then just lower the hand down, lower the left heel down. Keep the right hand down, maybe pull a block under the hand. And opening the left arm up. Side angle, pose, draw the belly in, close the rib cage. Space between the tailbone and the top of the head. Pull down the shoulder blades on your back. Feel both heels equally pressing down, and from there, the pelvic floor can lift up. No pressure, no compression in the right hip. Then lower the hand down, maybe remove the block. Lower the left knee down. And open the chest up. Feel a little more deeper stretch in the right hip flexor. Feel the pelvic floor as you bring it up and forward. Feel the lower belly lifting up, and that gives space for the tailbone just to stretch and reach back. Pull the belly in, pull the navel in, drop the shoulder blade down. One more deep breath, the chest is lifting up, chin lift up. And transition to runner stretch. Press the right heel down, left knee down, lift the belly up. More space in the lower back. Lumbar spine is stretching, the chest come forward, your belly is not resting on the right thigh. And just feel free to intuitively maybe move forward, maybe the hands come to the outside of the right leg. If it feels good to you, if you feel you need a little more stretch, then shifting forward a little more, bring the hands on your knee and deepen the stretch. Bring the chest up. Asana is always an option here if you want to bring the arms up, Kali Mudra with the hand, and reaching up and maybe over. Deepening the stretch, make sure that you're not holding the hip flexors here. Just lift the pelvic floor, lift the chest, lift the rib cage away from the hip, avoid any compression. And then bringing the arms down inside the right leg, lifting up the left knee. Back to your high plank here. Draw the tailbone down, Lift the lower belly in and up. Draw down the shoulder blade, look down on the mat. Chin to the chest. Deep inhale. You can all the way lower down and come to a cobra, or just bending the elbow and coming to upward facing dog. Press the feet down, press the hand down, lift the lower rib cage up. Keep elongating, keep space in the lumbar spine. And then transition back to downward facing dog, rounding the back, just like in a cat position. Draw the belly in, wrap the shoulders around, shift to the other side, left leg lifting up. Keep drawing the lower belly in, pull it in. Bend your knee, open the left knee, lowering the left heel down. Space between the hips. Stretch the tailbone up, away from your hands. Push the ground away with your hands. Then three-legged dog, straighten the left knee. Keep drawing the belly in. Then bring the left knee to the left elbow and step outside the left hand. Reactivate the core. Again look down the shoulder blade on your back. Relax your face, and the spacious breath is continuously flowing, floating in the space. Open the left arm, left rib cage, lowering the right rib cage. Stabilizing the hip, the lower belly, and the breath just flow freely. Look down the shoulder blade on the back. Then lowering the left hand down, press the hand down, press the right heel down. Draw the lower belly in as you open up the right arm. Close the lower rib cage. Lift the lower belly in. Keep the spine actively growing. Lowering the hand down, lowering down the right knee, bringing the chest forward. Lift the lower belly in, look down the shoulder blade, look up, chin up. Pelvic floor continuously try to active or reactivate. That's your Mula Bandha. Nice, and then shifting to runner stretch, flatten the right feet and just shift the tailbone, the glutes to the back. Stretching the left hamstring. Loop the shoulder blades down and bring the heart, the chest forward. Shifting, coming forward, keeping the right knee down. Place the hands on the left knee. Sink a little bit deeper by lifting the pelvic floor, keeping the inner thigh muscles connected, active. That's stabilize. You in a stand as you root down. And maybe bringing the arms up, clasping the fingers except the index fingers. Kapiasana here, lifting the rib cage away from the hip and just moving the fingertips to the back. Releasing the hands, bring both hands inside. Lifting the right knee up, pressing the hand down. Step back to your high plank. The knees can always lower and the Chaturanga can always be skipped. Take a deep, spacious inhalation here. Lower down as you exhale. Upward facing dog with an inhale. Float into downward facing dog with an exhale. Let's just repeat and create a flow in the space with this warming up sequence a little faster. We will not stop at any place, but just transition very mindfully, very fluidly. Take a deep inhale, right leg lifting. Exhale, bend your knee, open the right hip. Three-legged dog, straighten the right leg. Float the right feet outside of the right hand, keeping the lower belly in. That help to maintain space. Inhale, simple twist, right arm reaching out. Lower the right arm, press it down, lower the left heel, open the left arm. Side angle. Lowering the hand down, lower the left knee down. Space as you lift the chest up. Runner stretch, shift the tailbone to the back, lifting the right toes, press down the right heel, lift the belly. Walk your hands forward, place the hands on the right knee, sink deeper, loop the shoulder blade down. Coming back, lowering the hand down, both hands pressing down inside, tuck the left toe under, draw the belly in, step back to your high plank, traveling through Chaturanga. Upward facing dog, keeping the lower belly active, downward facing dog, long back body. Inhale, left leg lifting. Bend your knee, exhale. Notice where you can create more space. Inhale, three-legged dog. Step the left feet outside of the left hand. Right hand stays down. Simple twist, left arm reaching up. Float the arm down. Left feet, right feet, heel down. Open the right arm. Lowering the arm down, lowering the right knee down. Just the chest reaching forward a little deeper. Right hip flexor stretch. Then flatten the right feet, draw the belly in and bring it to the back, the chest reaching forward, space in the back body. Walk your hands back forward, place the hands on the left knee, sink deeper, loop the tailbone down, chest up. Back to neutral, placing the hands in the center, tuck the right toe under, push the right feet down, lift the belly up, step back to your high plank, and through Chaturanga with muscle control. Front body opening in the upward facing dog. Space in the back, downward facing dog. One more time. Right leg lifting. Notice that the repetition create more space. Be brave to explore three-legged dog. Maintain your mind being in the present. Put the right feet under the right hand, opening. Simple twist. Float the right arm down, float the left heel down, lift the pelvic floor, side angle. Lower the arm down, lower the left knee down, open the front, open the chest, loop down the shoulder blade. Floating in runner stretch. Lumbar spine opens. Floating forward, both hands on your right knee. Loop the tailbone down, loop the shoulder blade down, lift the chin and the chest. Coming back, lowering the hands. Inside the right feet, lift the left knee up. Lift the belly up, core muscles really active, step back. That controls the pace. Lowering down Chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog, pushing the ground away, lifting the tailbone far up, left leg lifting, bend your knee, straighten the knee, reach up, space around the hip area, bring the left knee to the left elbow, then place it down, simple twist. Stabilizing the hip area. Float the arm down, float the right heel down, opening the right rib cage, keep the spine long, left rib cage, reach forward. Lowering the hand down and the knee down, keep the hand down and just the chest open. Runner stretch, shifting back the tailbone. Floating forward, hands on your knees, sink deeper, track the tailbone down, chin, chest up, shoulder blade down. Place the hands in between, tuck the right toes under, lift the lower belly, close the bottom of the rib cage, step back to high plank, Chaturanga. Downward facing dog. Nice, stay here for 2 breaths, 2 full breaths. Breathe into your chest and create space. Pause before the exhale and then let the breath out through the nose. Maybe you want to narrow a little bit the throat to create Ujjayi breathing here that controls the pace of the breath. Steady, slow breathing. Then push the feet down, lift the lower belly up and the tailbone up and start to walk your hands to the back of the mat. Once you're there, grab the opposite elbows. Relax the back of your neck, relax the shoulders and sway side to side. Pressing down both heels equally. Trace the energy line through your heels up to the back of the leg, up until it reaches the tailbone that reaches up. Then engage the pelvic floor, lifting and looping to your lower belly. Press the lower belly closer to the spine and then closer to your navel. Stabilizing your center and relaxing, lengthening the spine down away from the tailbone. Then release the hands down. Press both hands down, draw the belly in. Find tabletop, find flat back. Loop the shoulder blade down on your back and then fold forward again. Soften your knee, push the heels down. Start drawing the belly in. Keep the chin to your chest and very slowly lift the pelvic floor, lift the lower belly, close the rib cage and build the spine up. Space between the vertebrae, then bring the arms up. Press the hands together, bring it down to your heart. You can lift the toes up, engage the knees and lift the thigh muscles up. Loop the tailbone down. Find your posture. Find steadiness in a standing. Breathe space into the main energy channel around the spine. Relax the shoulders. Relax your arm. Relax your face. Relax your thoughts. Give space for new explorations. Deep inhalation, bringing the arms up, reach up, clasping only the thumbs together, inner thighs together, inner knees together, and lift the chest up. Close the rib cage, half moon to the right. Keep the left shoulder above the right shoulder. Keep lifting the pelvic floor and reach for creating space and distance. Keep the rib cage away from the hips. And then come back to the center and create even more space between the hips and the rib cage. Keep that space as you half moon to the right, left. Keep looping the tailbone down so the lumbar spine will not be shortening. Back to the center, reach up, look up, maybe a little bit, bring the hands up. Just a gentle back bend here. Then folding forward, the exhalation, keep the tailbone reaching up. Flat back with an inhale. Walk forward with the hands until you reach high plank. Activate the lower belly, loop the tailbone down. Shift to side plank on the right side. Lift the right rib cage up, looking up to the thumb maybe. Tailbone goes down and the spine stays long as you push the ground away. Float the left hand down and very gently but mindfully shifting to the other side. Notice that the activation of the muscles in the trunk give more stability. Left knee always can lower down in side plank. Shifting back to the plank. Traveling through maybe Chaturanga, maybe not. That's always an option. Space in the back created as you come to downward facing dog. Let's travel to our next flow, but first just find the flow of the breath in a space. Visualize yourself in a space that you have. Space for stretches, exploration, shifting away from old habits. Right leg lifting up with an inhalation. Placing this time the feet between the hands. Round your back as you shift. Lifting the lower belly, lifting the chest up, pushing the ground away as you look forward, and place your feet between the hands using just as little momentum as it really needed. Before we coming up to crescent lunge, notice your stability as you root down. Right heel, left toes, lifting the pelvic floor, lifting the lower belly, stabilizing your center, and from there, slowly building up the trunk. You can sink deeper at the same time on the pelvic floor, lifting up, drawing the belly in. Bring the arm down parallel to the ground. That will help you to lower down the shoulder blade, a little bit bringing forward the left hip. Both hips facing forward, your eyes look forward, the back of your neck is long. The rib cage is lifting away from the hip and you're drawing the lower belly in. We're coming to a twist, opening the right arm to the back. Stabilize the hip and just notice that the upper torso opens up, just the right rib cage opens away from the left. And the trunk continuously growing. Bring the arm back, bring the rib cage front. Bow and arrow opening to second warrior. The left hip reaches away from the right. Both shoulders in one line. Both hips pressing down and you can lift the toes up. Loop down the shoulder blade on the back, elongating the neck. Space and distance between the two hands. Space and distance between the tailbone and the top of the head. Loop down the tailbone, lift the pelvic floor, activate the lower belly. Maybe you can sink deeper, but you're lifting the pelvic floor up and you keep lengthening the spine. Visualize that maybe you're pressing your back to a glass ball. One more deep inhale, and as you exhale, you will lower the arms behind the back, clasping the fingers. More space between the shoulders, opening the space from the center of the collarbone. Then draw the belly in, humble warrior, keeping the hands together, rounding your back, lifting the lower belly in, bringing the chin to the chest, and make sure you're not collapsing in the right thigh. There's space between the thigh and the belly. No compression. Then releasing the hands down, framing the right leg. Simple twist as you keep the belly in and just the torso, upper torso stretching and twisting. Now there's option from here to get to side plank, Vashisthasana. You can just press the left hand and the left feet and lift up the right. And just step back to side plank. Or maybe you can lower the right hand, stepping back to high plank, and from there find your side plank, lifting the right arm, your choice. Do the transition graciously, mindfully. Nice, and then from here, lowering the hand down. And Chaturanga is your option to get back to downward facing dog. Use your core muscle as your center, initiating the transition. Other side, left leg lifting. Memorize the sequence. You will repeat a few times. Step the left feet between the hands, rounding your back, keeping the lower belly still engaged. Push both feet down, lift the pelvic floor, tailbone goes under, looping down, and bring the torso up to Christian lunge. Activating the inner thighs. Draw the lower rib cage in. The back stays long and lengthening as you a little bit draw and compress a little bit maybe the front body to find more connection between the navel and the rib cage for stability. Lower the arms parallel to the ground. Open the left arm, bow and neck. Open the left arm to find to spinal twist. Draw the left hip back. Bring the right hip forward. Lift the pelvic floor up. Keep the shoulder blade down on the back. Bring the left arm to the front. Then bow and arrow, second warrior. Stabilizing that standing. There's weight on the back leg. Engage the knees and the back thighs. Loop the tailbone down. Engage the lower belly, lift it up. Close the bottom of the rib cage. Reach the right rib away from the left. Lift a little bit your armpit and resting the shoulders on your armpit. One more deep inhale, then bring the arms behind the back, cross the fingers, setting up, humble warrior. The chest is reaching up. Opening, spacious breath in the front body. Humble warrior as you exhale, lifting the arms up, keeping the belly lifting, top of the head lowering, stabilize that standing. Then mindful, gentle transition. Lowering the hands down, simple twist to the left, stabilizing the lower belly. Then Vashisthasana, your choice to get to your side plank. Lift the right rib cage up, the spine is long. And then lower the left hand down. Chaturanga is a choice. Open the front body in upward facing dog. Open the back body space in the spine, downward facing dog. 2 breaths here before we flow this sequence through. 1 breath with every movement, but if it's too stressful, always feel free to breathe in it. Mindfully controlling the pace of your breath, steady and slow. Inhale to the right leg, lifting, 3-legged dog. Step between the hands, exhale. Crescent lunge with an inhalation. Arms come forward, exhalation. Twisting, opening the right arm, inhale. Bring the arm back, exhale. Inhale to your second warrior, bow and arrow. Lower the arm behind the back, clasping the fingers, exhale. Inhale, open the chest, reach up. Exhalation, humble warrior. Inhalation, hands down. Exhalation, simple twist. Inhale to your side plank. Exhalation, hand lowers down and lower Chaturanga. Inhalation, upward facing dog. Exhalation, downward facing dog. Left side, left leg lifting. Keep drawing the belly in, keep it active. Exhale, stepping between the hands. Inhale, rise up to your crescent lunge, stabilize the lower belly. Exhale, lower the arms down. Left arm opens, twisting to the left. Bring the left hand back to the center. Opening bow and arrow to second warrior. Arms lowers behind the back, clasp the fingers. Reach up with the back of your heart, open the shoulders, shoulder blades kissing. Humble warrior, exhalation, keep drawing the belly in. Release the hands to frame the left leg. Simple twist, open the left rib cage. Vashisthasana. Inhale. Chaturanga. Exhale. Upward facing dog. Inhale. Downward facing dog. Exhale again. Right leg lifting. Right leg stepping forward. Draw the belly in. Keep it drawing as you come up. Crescent lunge. Arm come forward, parallel to the ground. Opening the right arm to a twist. Bring the right arm back, meet the left arm. Bow and arrow, left arm opening, second warrior. Bring the hands behind, exhale. Open the front line, stabilize the hip. Humble warrior, draw the belly in, lift up. Opening the arms, framing the right leg. Simple twist, exhale. Inhale to Vashisthasana, side plank. High plank and lowering down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg lifting. Control the transitions. Exhale. Inhale, crescent lunge. Arms parallel to the ground. Left arm opening. Left arm closing. Right arm opens, bow and arrow, second warrior. Exhale, bring the hands behind. Inhale, opening the front line, press the heels down, lift the back of your heart away. Humble warrior, draw the belly in and up. Inhale, bring both hands down. Exhale, simple twist. Inhale to your side plank. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhalation, downward facing dog. Stay here, breathe. Regulate your breathing. Space in your back as you inhale. Settle, create more space. Exhale. One more time, deep inhale, stretching. Relaxing into that created space. Inhale, lift the heels up, draw the belly in, bend your knee, look forward. Step, walk or jump to the front of the mat. Inhale to your flat back, the chest reach forward, the shoulder blade loops down. Exhale, fold on your thighs. Rise up with an inhalation. Arms reaching up and then bring to your heart. Exhale. Just one balancing shape here. Coming to an eagle. Bring the arms up, both arms coming up. Then the right arm loops under the left arm. Wrap around, palms facing together. Lower down the shoulders, the elbows. Bend your knee. Lift the lower belly in and up. Plug the shoulder blades down. Weight on the left leg. Lift the right leg up. Front of the left and maybe wrapping around. Bring back the right hip. Bring forward the right shoulder. Eyes steady and still. And when you fall, just notice your thoughts. Allow yourself to fall and just notice what's happening. Part of the exploration, part of growth. Don't be afraid. Only the legs start to unwrap. And shifting to third warrior, draw the lower belly in, keep plugging down the shoulder blades, keep pulling the belly in as you lift the right leg back. Then releasing the arms and bring it forward. Full expression of third warrior. Loop down the shoulder blade on the back. Lifting the right leg up as you lower the head down. Draw the belly in. 3-point balance. Lift the right leg up, lowering the right hip. Pull the belly in, head goes down. Then just bringing the right feet beside the left. Push the heels down, rising up. Up to standing. Bringing the arms up. And then this time the left arm wraps under the right arm, coming to the other side, palms facing forward. Sink deep in your sit, in your chair pose. Tailbone draws down, lower belly lift. Find your weight on the right leg, lifting the left leg up and wrapping around the right. Continuously root down through the right feet, lift the lower belly, relax your eyes, ribcage reaching away. And then the legs unwrap, transition to third warrior, slowly, mindfully. Lift the belly in and up, out from the compression. And then the arms reaching forward. Loop down the shoulder blade on the back. Then transition to 3-point balance, lowering the hands down. Keep lifting the lower belly in. Full breath. Then slowly lower the left leg down. Rising up to standing. Build up your posture. Arms reaching up. Head to your heart. Exhalation. Traveling down to the ground with a sun salutation. Inhalation, bring the arms up, sweep up. Shoulder blades down. Folding on your thighs with an exhalation, stretching, hamstring. Flat back with an inhale, look forward, draw the belly in, chest forward. Press the hands down, step or jump back through Chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Deep inhale, the tailbone reaching, close the lower ribs. Nice inhalation, lift the heels up, lower the knees down, lower the seat down to your heel. Loop the tailbone down. Lift the ribs up, hands resting on your thigh, eyes resting on a single point. Take a spacious breath to stretch the ribcage. Settle with an exhalation. Nice, coming out to a seat, bringing the leg forward. Just one stretch, coming to a pigeon. So bending the right leg first, front of you, and bringing the left leg behind you. And there's a lot of variations here. If you feel that your thighs not flexible, very tight, bring the block, bring it under, put it under your seat, keep it up. Don't go deeper, flexing the ankles and the toes if you feel tightness. You can stay up, sitting up, or maybe folding forward on the right leg, maybe bringing the arms forward. And just stay here for a few breaths. Feel a deep stretch in the right hip. And slowly coming back up. And just simply swing the left leg forward and bring the right leg back. And again, maybe bending the left knee deeper. Lifting the pelvic floor up. Again, maybe put a block under your seat. Track the tailbone down. And maybe going down deeper. Folding on the left leg. Relaxing the hips. Maybe you can create a pillow with your hand and put the forehead on it. Track the tailbone to the back. Chest forward. Deep stretch in the left hip. Breathe into it to create space. And slowly coming out from the shape. Swing the right leg forward. Bring the heels together. Find Baddha Konasana. Press the heels together. Feel the sit bones pressing down and the pelvic floor lifting up to opposite directions, opposite energy. Loop the shoulder blade down, lift the rib cage up. And maybe if it's available, bring the torso forward. No any force here. Just allow the stretch, allow space to be created in the tight spots in the body. Nice. Lift the belly up. Bring the torso up. Bring the knees up. And roll down on your back. Feel each vertebrae as it starts to connect with the ground. Coming down all the way. Keep the chin to the chest. Press down the lower belly so it will be flattened. Then tie your back. Draw the tailbone forward. Open the legs a little wider, hip distance. Coming to a very easy bridge. Bring the arms alongside the body. Plug down the shoulder blade. Press down equally both heels. Press down the shoulder blades and start lifting the hip up. Drawing the tailbone continuously forward. Lifting the pelvic floor and on the front body. Lifting the lower belly. Draw it up closer to the navel. Press the ground away with your shoulder blades and your heels. Don't let the knees go to the side. Stretch and open the front body. One more inhalation. And one vertebrae at a time, lowering down. Keep looping the tailbone forward. Loop the spine down. Then keep the belly in and just lift the leg up. Find happy baby, bending the knees. Grabbing the big toes with the peace finger and swaying side to side, relaxing the hip area. Bring the knees back together and release both knees to the right, opening the left arm, the left shoulder on the side. Loop down the shoulder blade. Relax your head, turn it to the left. Find space in this twist by just releasing tightness and holdings. Use your core muscle to bring the knees back to the center and on the other side. Stay close to the ground. And then back to the center. Squeeze the knees closer to the chest. Hug with your arm, grab the opposite elbow. Draw the belly down to the ground. Loop the tailbone to the back. Keep the shoulder blades down on your back. Releasing both legs and find your way to Shavasana. Release the toes, release the fingers, palms facing up. Find that comfortable shape, what you can hold in stillness. Take a spacious breath into your chest, into the hip area. Release everything. Drop down your weight into the ground. Release the breath. Release space between the thoughts. And just allow yourself to be in this position. Floating in space, your entire physical body. And staying here for a few minutes. in Shavasana, mindful relaxation. Thank you so much for practicing with me. The light in me honors the light in you with peace. Namaste.